So ask yourself this: do you want your team to be busy, or do you want them to be profitable and productive?
So just because you've been doing something one way for 30 years doesn't mean it's the best way to do it now. And I think it's important that you want to know how much attention and time is being spent on one process to know how to make the best use of your time.
Insurance agents do a lot every single day. We're checking and downloading reports, we're chasing late payments, and we're managing renewals, and the hats keep stacking up. But here's the real question: how much of that work actually requires a licensed agent? Today, we're going to talk about cutting busy work in half by rethinking your agency's daily tasks. Using simple trim, trash, and delegate and automated approaches, agencies can free up their licensed people to do license work and shift the focus back into revenue generating activities. So ask yourself this: do you want your team to be busy, or do you want them to be profitable and productive? So let's get into it. I'm joined here today by Stephen and Gina. And I want to ask Stephen, where can busy work go?
Oh, I love this question. It's what I get asked all the time. I think we have to be okay with the alpha effect of letting it go, right? Come up with a clear process, make sure it's working, and let it go. So a lot of things don't require a license. So we can let anything that doesn't require a license go to an entry-level position, whether that's a virtual assistant, a office admin, we have a executive assistant, whatever that looks like. You don't have to have a license to do everything. So we really say everything that doesn't require a license should be touched by somebody that has a license. I think that we can also really look at automation or tools. How can we get the robots that are taking over? I've been to several conferences now where AI is the theme, and I think that some of it's going to thrive and some of it's going to crash, but there's a happy medium somewhere in there of what can be automated that nobody really needs to check. You just need to make sure that we are getting the notice of cancellation, or that the client can get their information when they need it. And the last one is self-serve option. So many of our carriers invested millions of dollars into self-service portal, but we're afraid for our clients to use them because then what if they don't call me? Well, why do you, at X amount of dollars per hour, need to be the one that sends them the ID card or explains their bill 3 times? Right. We can alleviate time, effort, and energy by allowing clients to service themselves. Or what happens if your office is closed? Then they still can't get the service. Give people the option to get it where they need it. So I think part of that also then goes into what can be trimmed or what can we reduce, right? Like we do a lot that we don't necessarily need to. So Gina, do you have thoughts on things that can be trimmed?
Absolutely. I think it's important to reevaluate your processes, take a step back and get a fresh look at them. So just because you've been doing something one way for 30 years doesn't mean it's the best way to do it now. And I think it's important that you want to know how much attention and time is being spent on one process to know how to make the best use of your time. It kind of goes back to what you were saying about automating. Is there anything in our processes that we can automate? So I'm not following up 100 times on this non-pay notice. Is there something that downloads that we just need to check so we don't go back into it? Another big piece of the process is encouraging our agents to handle everything on the first call and obtain that first call resolution, and just eliminating the callbacks or the follow-ups or the extra emails. That all adds up to more time that you're spending. And we have a big focus on that piece specifically in our agency efficiency program, which will really help to hone in on the first call resolution skills. But now that we know how to delegate our busy work, we know what to take out of our processes, we also need to know what to trash. Like, what can we just get rid of? Sarah, what do you have on that piece?
So I think, if it was trash day in the agency, one of the things that we absolutely need to move away from would definitely be automatic remarketing. Mostly because this is a process that we see in a lot of agencies where they just do this automatically. And they're like, this is something that we've always done and it helps our clients. But sometimes you'll also find that you're trying to automatically remarket them and they're like, I'm all right. I didn't ask for this. I'm good. And it's really important to remember that it also trains our clients to be really price sensitive, where they assume that we're remarketing them because we found a better price somewhere else. But then you're taking away the value of the policy. We're not really building into, yes, you may pay a little bit more, but look at all this extra lovely, wonderful, good stuff that you get with an extra $10 a month. So we maybe speak to like 50% of people that we quote, and maybe 20% of them that we actually want to get rid of because they're not great clients. We miss updates and changes in their life and opportunities to cross sell. So it's really important that if we're doing renewal review calls instead, we're actually building a connection with the client. We're getting to know them. And then we have the ability to ask, hey, would you be interested in a remarket? And they say yes, then excellent. Let's go ahead and do that. But if they say no, you're saving yourself time to work on something else. So some key takeaways here is that busy work does not build great agencies. Focus most certainly does. So if we strip away the tasks that our unlicensed team can do, that gives your producers more time to advise, time to educate, time to deepen those client relationships. So if you're ready to make those changes and faster improvements with structure, we actually have an agency efficiency program that will show you exactly how to eliminate that busy work and get your producers producing again. So feel free to check out our website. We have our agency school, we have our live virtual training, and we have some other blogs and podcasts and programs that we have to offer that would provide you more insight as well. So the work is there, the growth is there, and it's time to just clear the path. We'll see you next time.